How do economic institutions affect society? Imagine a world without rules for buying, selling, or owning things. It would be chaos, right? That's where economic institutions come into play. They are the organized systems that guide how societies produce, distribute, and use goods and services. These institutions are like the backbone of economic life, shaping everything from how jobs are created to how wealth is shared. At their core, economic institutions help society survive by managing resources that are limited. Think about food, shelter, and clothing. These are essential needs, and economic institutions set the rules for how these are produced and shared. They create markets where people buy and sell, establish property rights so people know what they own, and set rules for work and money flow. These rules help everyone know what to expect, making economic exchanges smoother and less uncertain. These institutions also organize social roles. They decide who works in factories, who owns land or businesses, and who benefits from economic activities. This organization influences social classes and who has access to wealth or opportunities. For example, if a country's economic system favors certain groups, others might find it harder to move up the social ladder. Economic institutions also shape our cultural ideas about work and fairness. They influence how people view saving money, starting businesses, or spending. These norms become part of everyday life and guide individual choices. For instance, in some societies, entrepreneurship is highly valued, while in others, stability and saving are more important. Power and inequality are also tied to economic institutions. They can reinforce disparities through wage gaps, limited access to credit, or discriminatory practices. Marginalized groups might find it harder to participate fully in the economy, which affects their social mobility and overall well-being. Social stability depends on these institutions too. When rules are clear and predictable, society tends to be more stable. But when economic systems are challenged or reformed, they can also be a source of change. Movements for fair wages or new regulations often come from questioning existing economic rules. Finally, economic institutions are not isolated. They are connected to laws, politics, and culture. Governments enforce property rights, educational systems prepare workers, and legal systems resolve disputes. All these parts work together to shape economic outcomes and influence everyday life. In the end, economic institutions are more than just rules for money. They shape how society functions, how wealth is shared, and how people relate to each other. They influence employment, income, and even how communities grow and change. Understanding these institutions helps us see how societies develop and how economic life impacts everyone's daily experience.